Act 2, Scene 3 of Faust, Part 2, by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, translated by Bayard Taylor. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit librivox.org. Act 2, Scene 3, Classical Walpurgis Night. 1. The Pharsalian Fields. Darkness.
Erytho.
To this night's awful festival, as oft before, I entered here, Erytho, I, the gloomy one, not so atrocious as the evil poets draw in most superfluous slander, for they never cease their blames or praises. Over whitened I behold the vale, with waves of tints that glimmer grey afar, the after vision of that fatal, fearful night. How oft is it repeated, will forever be, forever re-enacted. No one grants the realm unto another, unto him whose might achieved and rules it, none. For each, incompetent to rule his own internal self, is all too fain to sway his neighbour's will, even as his haughty mind inclines. But here a lesson grand was battle to the end. How force resists and grapples with the greater force. The lovely, thousand-bloomed breath of freedom rends, and bends the stubborn laurel round the ruler's brow. Here, of his days of early greatness, Pompey dreamed, before the trembling balance Caesar yonder watched. It will be weighed, the world knows unto whom it turned. The watchfires flash and glow, spendthrift of ruddy flame, reflections of the squandered blood the earth exhales. And, lured by rare and marvellous splendor of the night, the legion of Hellenic legends gathers here. Round all the fires uncertain hover, or at ease sit near them, fabulous forms of ancient days. The moon, imperfect, truly, but of clearest beam, arises, scattering mellow radiance everywhere. Vanish the phantom tents, the fires are burning blue. But over my head what unexpected meteor! It shines, illuminates the sphere of earth below. I scent the living, therefore it becomes me not them to approach, I being harmful unto them. An evil name it brings me, and it profits not. Already now it sinks. Discreetly I withdraw.
Exit. The airy travellers above.
Once again the circle follow, o'er the flames and horrors hover, ghostly 'tis in vale and hollow, spectral all that we discover.
If as through my window nightly in the gruesome north I see spectres hideous and unsightly, here is home as there to me.
See, a tall one there is striding on before us in the shade.
Through the air she saw us gliding, and it seems she is afraid.
Let her stride, the night be taken now, and set upon the strand. Here to life again he'll waken, seeking it in fable land.
Faust, as he touches the earth.
Where is she?
It's more than we can tell, but to inquire would here be well. Thou art free to hasten ere the day, from flame to flame, and seek her so. Who to the mother's found his way, has nothing more to undergo.
I also claim my share in the excursion, yet know no better plan for our diversion than that each one amid these fires should seek such fortunes as he most desires. Then, as a sign to reunite us, let, little one, thy lantern sound and light us.
Thus shall it shine, and thus shall ring.
The glass shines and rings powerfully.
And now away to many a marvellous thing.
Faust, soulless.
Where is she? But no further question make. If this were not the soil that bore her feet, if not the wave that to her coming beat, yet 'tis the air that knows the tongue she spake. Here, by a marvel, here on Grecian land, I felt at once the earth whereon I stand. Through me, the sleeper, fresher spirit stealing, I rise refreshed, and Taeus in my feeling. Together here I find the strangest store. Let me this labyrinth of flames explore.
Goes away. Mephistopheles prying around.
And as among these fires I wander, aimless, I find myself so strange, so disconcerted, Quite naked most, a few are only shirted, The Gryphons insolent, the Sphinxes shameless, And what not all, with pinions and with tresses, Before, behind, upon one's eyesight presses. Indecency, 'tis true, is our ideal, But the antique is too alive and real. One must with modern thought the thing bemaster, And in the fashion variously o'erplaster. Disgusting race! Yet I, perforce, must meet them, And, as new guests with due decorum, greet them. Hail then, fair ladies, greybeards wise, good cheer!
Gryphon, snarling.
Not greybeards. Greybeards? No one likes to hear one call him grey, for in each word there rings the source wherefrom its derivation springs. Grey, growling, gruesome, grinning graves, and grimly etymologically accord, nor dimly and make us grim.
And yet, why need you stiffen? You like the griff in your proud title, Gryphon.
Gryphon, as above, and continuously so.
Of course, for this relation is found fit, though often censored, often appraised with it. Let one grip at maidens grow and gold. Fortune is gracious to the griper bold.
Aunts of the colossal kind.
You speak of gold, much had ourselves collected. In rocks and caverns secretly we trapped it. The Arimaspian race our store detected. They're laughing now, so far away they've snapped it.
We soon shall force them to confess.
The Arimaspians.
But not in this free night of jubilee. Before the morrow all will squandered be. This time our efforts will obtain success.
Mephistopheles, who has seated himself between the Sphinxes.
How soon I feel familiar here among you! I understand you, one and all.
Sphinx.
Our spirit tones, when we have sung you, become for you material. Now name thyself, till we shall know thee better.
With many names would men my nature fetter. Are Britons here? So round the world they wheel, to stare at battlefields, historic traces, cascades, old walls, and classic dreary places. And here was something worthy of their zeal. Their old plays also testify of me. Men saw me there as old iniquity.
How did they hit on that?
I know not, verily.
Perhaps. Hast thou in star lore any power? What sayest thou of the aspects of the hour?
Mephistopheles, looking up.
Star shoots on star, the cloven moon doth ride in brilliance. In this place I'm satisfied. I warm myself against thy lion's hide. It were a loss to rise from out these shades. Propose enigmas, or at least charades.
Express thyself, and 'twill a riddle be. Try once thine own analysis, it were merry. To both devout and wicked necessary, to those a breastplate for ascetic fighting, to these boon comrade in their pranks uniting, and both amusing Zeus the fun delighting.
First Gryphon, snarling.
I like him not.
Second Gryphon, snarling more gruffly.
What will a fellow hear? The nasty one is not of us, 'tis dear.
Mephistopheles, brutally.
Think'st thou, perhaps, thy guest has nails to scratch, that with thy sharper talons cannot match? Just try it once.
Sphinx, gently.
Stay shouldst thou find it well, but from our ranks thou wilt thyself expel. In thine own land thou art wont thyself to pamper, yet here, I think, thy spirits feel a damper.
Thine upper part entices, naught is fairer, but further down the beast excites my terror.
Bitter, false one, will be thy expiation, our claws are sound and worthy proof. But thou with withered horse's hoof art ill at ease in our association.
The Sirens prelude above.
On yonder poplars by the river, what are the birds that swing above?
Beware, the very best that ever existed, they have lured to love.
Sirens.
I'll vitiate your senses, where those uglinesses darken. We in crowds come hither hearken, how the accordant strain commences. Meet for sirens' soft pretenses.
Sphinxes mocking them in the same melody.
Let them to descend be bidden, in the branches they have hidden. Hideous falcon claws they're wearing, and you'll feel their cruel tearing, once you lend them willing ear. Banish hate and envy rather, we the purest pleasures gather, under heaven's auspicious sphere. On the earth and on the ocean, we with cheerful beckoning motion bid the wanderer welcome here.
These are of novelties the neatest, where from the throat and harp-strings sweetest the tones around each other twine. They're lost on me, these tinkling trickles, the sound my eardrum pats and tickles, but cannot reach this heart of mine.
Speak not of heart, fool, so to call it. An old and wrinkled leathern wallet would better suit that face of thine.
Faust approaching.
How strange! I, satisfied, behold these creatures, in the repulsive, grand and solid features. A fate propitious I behold advance. Whither transports me now this solemn glance?
Pointing to the Sphinxes.
Once before these took Oedipus his stand.
Pointing to the Sirens.
These made Ulysses write in hempen band.
Pointing to the Ants.
By these the highest treasure was amassed.
Pointing to the Griffins.
By these 'twas held inviolate and fast. Fresh spirit fills me, face to face with these. Grand are the forms, and grand the memories.
Once had thou cursed such crude antiques, but now it seems they've comfort given. For when a man his sweetheart seeks, welcome to him are monsters even.
Faust to the Sphinxes.
Ye woman forms, give ear, and say, hath one of you seen Helena?
Before her day our line expired in Greece. Our very last was slain by Hercules. Yet ask of Chiron, if thou please. He gallops round throughout this ghostly night, and if he halt for thee, thy chance is bright. Thou art not to failure fated, how Ulysses lingering learned us, nor regardless passing spurned us. Manifold hath he narrated, all to thee shall be confided. Seekest thou our meads divided by the dark green arms of ocean?
Let not thyself thus cheated be. Not like Ulysses bound, but we will with good counsel thee environ. If thou canst find the noble Chiron, thou'lt learn what I have promised thee.
Faust goes away. Mephistopheles ill-temperedly.
What croaks and flaps of wings go past! One cannot see, they fly so fast, in single file from first to last. A hunter would grow tired of these.
The storm wind like, that winter harrows, reached hardly by Alcides' arrows. They are the swift Stymphalides, and not ill meant their greetings creak, with goose's foot and vulture's beak. They fain would join us in our places, and show themselves as kindred races.
Mephistopheles, as if intimidated.
Some other brute is hissing shrill.
Be not afraid, though harsh the paean. They are the Hydra heads, the old Lernaean, cut from the trunk, yet think they're something still. But say, what means your air distressed? Why show your gestures such unrest? Where will you go? Then take your leave. That chorus there, I now perceive, turns like a weathercock your neck. Advance. Greet as you will each lovely countenance. They are the Lamia wenches vile, with brazen brows and lips that smile, such as the satyr folk have found so fair. A cloven foot may venture all things there.
But stay you here that I again may find you?
Yes, join the airy rabble there behind you. From Egypt we, long since, with all our peers, Accustomed were to reign 1,000 years. If for our place your reverence be won, we rule for you the days of moon and sun. We sit before the pyramids, for the judgment of the races, Inundation, war, and peace, with eternal changeless faces.
End of Act 2, Scene 3-1.